Hello from Perth, ahead of the first test between Australia and Pakistan. Alex Malcolm alongside Danielle Rasool as we preview the first of a three-test series. Pakistan come here in a state of flux, as they always seem to. A brand new captain, a new management team. Danielle, what do you expect from them ahead of this first test match and indeed ahead of this series?
Alex, I don't even know what a state of flux is anymore. Pakistan are in their usual state of slight uncertainty around the team, around the management. I think, as Shan Masood recently pointed out in the press conference, the team isn't quite too different from the team that played against Sri Lanka most recently 3 or 4 months ago. So they like to they like to believe there's a bit of stability over there. I think they're massive underdogs, obviously, but the other big issue is their bowling. I don't think they have a settled bowling unit, which they thought they would 3 or 4 months ago. Injuries to Naseem and all that. I think that's the main issue around how competitive they can be, because you need to take 20 wickets, and that's always been a problem for Pakistan and Australia. I think once they manage to sort that out, if they can bowl Australia out relatively cheaply early on, that gives them a chance. Other than that, I think you can look at Pakistan's bowling records here and why Australia have enjoyed so much success against them.
By comparison, Australia look incredibly settled. 10 of the 11 that played in the last Ashes test at the Oval in July are lining up again here, and Nathan Lyon comes back from injury. He was badly missed actually in those last 3 tests. It must be remembered, even though Australia are World Test champions, they haven't won their last 3 test matches. They lost 2 and drew 1, got away with 1 at Old Trafford with the weather there. But the side is settled. Warner and Khawaja will open despite all the queries on Warner's form. Mitch Marsh holds his place as the incumbent all-rounder. The thing that's impressive for Australia is the big 3 quicks, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc and Josh Hazlewood, have all come out of a long, arduous ODI World Cup campaign feeling pretty good. They're in good shape in the nets in the 2 practice sessions those guys had over the last few days at both the Wacker Ground and here at Perth Stadium. So Australia are settled. They've also elevated Travis Head to co-vice captain, a nod to the future. They've been pretty bold in declaring, certainly the selectors, that they will pick for the here and now, but they are looking to future-proof their leadership stocks. So Travis Head comes up to a co-vice captain alongside Steve Smith. If Cummins is off the field or Cummins misses a match during this series, Smith will still be the captain, but it's something to look forward to in the future. What are the key battles in this series, do you think? What's the number one battle between the 2 sides?
I was looking through this yesterday. If people are interested, they can read my piece on Cricinfo as well. But the one that stood out for me is just the amount of success Josh Hazlewood has enjoyed against Babar Azam. Babar scored 70 runs, been dismissed 6 times against Josh Hazlewood. Each of those 6 dismissals have come in Australia, and most of them have come when Babar wasn't properly set. So I think that is worrying for Pakistan, but at the same time an opportunity for Babar, because Babar will feel that record is unrepresentative of his quality and of his ability to play pace, no matter how high quality it is. So I think if Babar can potentially begin to reverse that record to some extent, Pakistan are relying on him a lot. He's no longer captain, he's unshackled by that burden. I think that's the one battle where if Babar can begin to turn the tide there, Pakistan might have a shot of posting competitive totals. But for now, Hazlewood's got to look at that and feel pretty good about himself.
I think the other key battle is going to be Nathan Lyon against Pakistan's batters. They've actually played him pretty well. They played him very well in Pakistan. But in Australia, he's a completely different story. And here in Perth, his record is amazing for a conventional off-spinner. We know he's closing in on 500 test wickets. His teammates have spoken glowingly about him and how badly they missed him during those last 3 Ashes tests when he had that calf strain. He completely destabilised the attack. They're the words of coach Andrew McDonald in terms of the way they can use Lyon to hold an end, to control the run rate, to allow them to attack with the quicks at the other end. Pakistan will want to attack him with the bat, but they've got 3 left-handers in the top 6, and Lyon will be licking his lips if he gets a chance at those guys on what looms as a bouncy Perth Stadium track. It was pretty placid last year against the West Indies. The curator here, Isaac McDonald, suggests with the good warm weather that they've had over the last month that it should have a firm base and be fast and bouncy. They'll take a little bit of the grass off today and potentially tomorrow morning, but it should be a great track for Test cricket. Can't wait for this game, can't wait for this series, Danielle. Stay tuned on ESPN Cricinfo for all of our coverage from Perth and throughout this series.